What's going on, everybody? J-Rock is back with Mac. Another episode of T3 is here, and this one is probably this is gonna be my favorite show, I think.
I know, it's very close to us.
Our top 3 fighting games of all time. Mac and I we've known each other for probably like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
We've always battled each other in fighting games. I fucking hate him. He hates me when it comes to fighting games.
Yeah.
So what better way than to celebrate our relationship in fighting games with this episode.
My number 3 spot has to go to this game. Just came out 4 years ago, actually. Now, Injustice: Gods Among Us.
Oh, beautiful game.
Beautiful game, created by NetherRealm Studios, from the makers of Mortal Kombat. Amazing DC roster, beautiful character design. One of the best games. I mean, Part 2 just comes out in May 16th, a couple of months later. And we're going to have a tournament of it, but I love Injustice.
We're going to stream that live. It's going to be an NXL
The storyline, it's alone like 10 hours long.
Yeah.
It's such a well-done game, and it's the first time ever DC characters fighting, and it was like done perfectly.
It was crazy. I mean, they did Mortal Kombat and DC Universe, but this was just DC, and that's awesome. Like, that's
beautiful game.
It's fucking sweet.
That was my number 3 spot. What about you?
Nice. Number 3, I'm going with probably one of this is it's obviously in my top 3, so it's one of my favorite fighting games of all time. I'm going with Tekken number 3. I like so many hours. There used to be this arcade by my parents' house that my brother and I used to fucking go to all the time. And we go and battle all the time in this arcade with a fucking pocket full of quarters. Yes, I said pocket full of quarters because we're pretty old and we've been in the gaming world for quite some time now. And we did go to arcades. I couldn't even tell last time I actually even seen an arcade other than Dave and Buster's and played in. But like, there's no just a console like sitting in. We used to have consoles in convenience stores. So I used to go and get some candy and my chocolate milk. And I would fucking game in there. Anyways, Tekken 3, my brother and I used to go all the time. We used to battle. I love the fucking design of the actual arcade machine. It almost was like the way you had to play was you're on your side, and you fucking, it was like your back turned to your opponent, and it's just, hopefully we can get you a nice fucking image of that. Anyways, love that game. I love the Tekken series. It was tight for my number 3 because Tekken Tag Tournament 2
also one of the best,
was fucking epic. It was a really epic game. I still play that now. I just love Tekken. Bottom line.
I love Tekken just as much as you do.
Number 3.
That is my number 2 game of all time. Tekken 3, of course, on PlayStation 1, back in Dubai with Kizzer, my buddy. Played all night long. We got better because it was a solid competition he gave me. And I love the character, and I like the fact there's no fireballs, there's no weird shit coming out. It's like pure fighting styles. They have karate, they have kabuto, they have kung fu, capoeira, and
kickbox. Like, it was just crazy.
It was just such a well done game, and it still is one of the best games ever. And plus, the storyline is so absurd that once you finish the character storyline, you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Now, my number 2, I'm going back to my Dreamcast days. Wow. Love the Dreamcast console. It was way ahead of its time, unfortunately. 2 games I had. I had NFL 2K, just 2K because it was like back in 2000. Or 2K1, whatever the hell it was. And then I had Soul Calibur. You remember Soul Calibur? Wow. I love fucking Soul Calibur. I used to play with my neighbor Dom all the time, the crazy Polak. We used to just fucking battle. My brother, his brother, like, we would just sit in the basement and just play the shit out of Soul Calibur. And what I loved about Soul Calibur the most was that it was like the first weapon-based fighting game, right? So I used to use Kalik or Maxi or Ivy, and like, Kalik had the bow staff, Maxi had the crazy fucking nunchucks, Ivy with that crazy like chain whip thing.
My favorite was Taki,
yeah.
Gianna.
And it was an all-around great game. The character designs were fantastic. The way you could move, like sidesteps and all that, almost like similar to Tekken.
And my number 1, actually.
And I have a feeling we have the same number 1 because we didn't mention it in any of our other 2.
So what's going on here?
So you want to say it together?
We want to say it together.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Mortal Kombat! Fuck, I love Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat number 1 game. Yeah, exactly.
Going back to like when we were, I don't even remember how old I was, but I remember to the arcade again.
I remember playing arcades, and we used to play Street Fighter all the time, and there was a huge lineup all the time in Street Fighter. And one day I come in, there's no lineup. No one's playing Street Fighter, but there's a huge lineup. This new game with like ultra realistic graphics. And
I have a crazy arcade story too. Like, we used to go to the arcade by my parents' house. So convenience stores had the arcades. You get the candy, you get your chocolate, all that crazy shit. And then we used to play Mortal Kombat. There's one fuck he used to play all the time, this kid, which just whooped everybody's ass, beat everybody, beat my brother, beat all these people. But I never played him until I got really, really fucking good. And in front of like 15 people, I fatality his ass with Sub-Zero and beat him for the first time ever. I don't remember his name, but if he's watching, I'm the one that fucking beat you.
If he's watching, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh,
Hey,
hopefully.
fucking hopefully.
But yeah, no, Mortal Kombat X.
That was a
Out
good
of
one,
all
too.
Mortal Kombat X is my favorite fighting game of all time. 3 character variation. It's like the complete game
The
ever
DLC,
created.
the DLC characters.
You know, NetherRealm is one of my favorite developers of all time.
Best
So,
fighting game
just
developer.
best fighting game. Like they're gold. They're
Yeah.
gold people.
Guys, that was our top 3 fighting games of all time. Let us know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what your favorite fighting game is. Did we miss anything? I know we missed Street Fighter, but fuck Street Fighter. I hate it. Anyways, guys, NXLgaming.ca, J-Rock and Mac, we're out.